All right, so this is a battle report for Crucible of War, which is one of those special missions in the back of the big rulebook that you don't get in the small rulebook. And so it's going to be Sisters of Battle with Dark Angel allies. This is like one of the last 3 days you can use Dark Angels with the old Codex. So we got Sisters and Dark Angels versus Black Templar and no one else, just Black Templar. And the Sisters have got this giant 2-towered Imperial building, which is the main objective. They have to hold it against the Black Templar. If he gets any infantry against it for one full game turn, then he gets the primary objective. And it can't be targeted, though it could be blown up by accident. And on the Sisters' Dark Angels side, the Dark Angels have this Leman Russ, which is actually a Predator with 2 las cannons and an autocannon. Their HQ is a Librarian with Divination, Primaris power, and some sort of hallucination, telekinesis power. Or telepathy power. Yeah, I don't know. All right, they got tactical squad here. 5 guys, plasma cannon, sergeant, plasma gun, guy with bolter, another guy with bolter, and then 5 bolter boys. And that's it. They came out of Dark Vengeance. So, oh no, they've got the Deathwing here in reserve, and they've got Ravenwing here in the back with the 3 bikes. And then on Sisters, there's 3 Penitent engines, 2 units of Battle Sisters with multi-meltas and meltas, 5 Repentia on the roof with a quad cannon and the Arch Confessor, who's my warlord, who had the warlord trait that made it night fighting, and it is. Repentia down on the bottom, a whole squad of them, and then inside the building, ready to come running out, are Death Cult Assassins and Crusaders. And there's an Exorcist, Penitent engines. I think I got it all. So on the Black Templar side, we've got, what do we got?
Let's see. We have a Land Raiders Achilles. We have 2 Vindicators with power of the Machine Spirit. We have a Dreadnought with Tank Hunter, Twin Link Lads, and the Venerable upgrade. We have a command squad here with all kinds of crap. There's a 6-man tac squad there with a with the melta gun. There is a tac squad here with Plaz, a Rhino. Ooh. Another tac squad of 6 with a fist and close combat weapons. We got a Razorback with heavy bolter. We got a Termi squad of 6 with 2 assault cannons and Tank Hunter, and we have 2 drop pods. This is a drop pod, believe me. Well, actually, I don't know. This is a Contemptor Dreadnought with an assault cannon, a close combat weapon, and a heavy bolter. And then there's 2
Land speeders?
Yep.
2 land speeders.
With Typhoon.
And we're at 2,005 points. So
let the good game.
We begin. All right, so by definition, the attackers, that'd be the Black Templar, go first. A drop pod and a Contemptor Dreadnought get out. Right here, behind the Sisters. And then everything else moved its 6 inches up onto the edge of the board. And it's night fighting, so
let the good times roll.
They pretty much can't see me, and it's on to shooting. Shooting is done here. The Contemptor Dreadnought kills a Penitent engine. It's very sad. It blew up. It didn't hurt anyone. And then these guys they spotlit this group of Dark Angels and killed 1. And everyone else did their running as a vehicle move, and it's still night fighting. So, who's been spotlit? This guy's spotlit, and this Contemptor Dreadnought has been spotlit, and that is where we are. Sisters on round 1, they got 5 faith points. These guys don't move. These girls move. These girls stay where they are.
You killed.
Doesn't move. I switched out for an actual Predator. It's a Black Templar one. These guys move forward a little bit. Those 3 bikes drive through the terrain. They don't get immobilized, and these Penitent engines move out here. So we're going to see what happens on shooting. So shooting is done. It was pathetic for pretty much both sides.
You killed a land speeder. I killed 1.
Killed a land speeder, and some Dark Angels and a Penitent engine have died. And so we got to turbo boost these bikes, and then all right, we're on the assault phase. These Penitent engines are going to beat the heck out of this drop pod. That's right. They're going to charge a total of 4 inches, which will get them in base contact. And these girls are going to assault that thing. getting 6 inches. They are fleet, so we're going to see if that's close enough. The Repentia, I don't know why I thought I had them on my list. I saw Retributor when I was putting models out, and not Repentia, and so they don't exist. So they're all dead. And then these guys kill this vehicle here.
Roll lots of ones. You can do it.
All right, they're going to hit it twice, plus they charged. Penitent engines do indeed blow up the drop pod. Yay.
Hey, it means I can actually use an actual drop pod from an X-Pod.
Yeah, and that's good for Nate. So that's a huge explosion for the drop pod. All right, moving is done here. This drop pod drops. Emperor's Champion and that whole squad jump out.
And
Grimaldus. Oh, yeah. Grimaldus. This guy flies here. This Dreadnought's walking up in the building. That guy's up in the building. Those guys, Terminators, deep strike there. These things come rolling forward, pushing explosive barrels everywhere. And those barrels do explode if you take a cover save with them. And so for shooting, Librarian took a wound and one guy dies next to him. Penitent Engine blows up, does nothing. It wounds the guy who saves. Biker dies. This guy flames a bunch of girls, one of them dies. And then he shoots a girl, and one more dies. And then that was it for shooting. There was a lot of other shooting that did nothing. And then this Contemptor Dreadnought charges in. We missed him on the Overwatch. Try to hit him with a melter grenade, hit him with a melter bomb, and roll a double one so nothing happens. And then he just squishes a whole bunch of girls, and they're running away. But they escape. He's getting a 6-inch consolidate, and I got a 2-inch run. And we're not really sure on this mission where the deployment zone is, so they're running towards the center, which is the deployment zone. And thankfully, he's not an infantry to be in base contact. Right? So deep striking in, these Seraphim come here, but my Death Company do not because of his Warlord trait, which makes coming in on a 4. And so Sisters are now moving. Movement's done. These girls rally. This group, this tack squad moves this way. Pent Engine comes running over here so he can flaminate. These girls kind of cluster around. Friggin' Predator immobilized itself. Bikers move up there. Those girls don't move. That Exorcist moves and does not immobilize itself. And this squad here doesn't move. So we're on to the next round of All right, shooting. So we're done with shooting. This group of Seraphim blows up this... Is it a Razorback? Rhino? Razorback. Doesn't kill anyone inside it, but the plasma cannon does. Leaves them with 2 guys. And we don't know if they're pinned.
I rolled there.
They're not pinned, okay. And then these guys took 1 hull point off with the plasma against that Vindicator. These girls kill a whole bunch, except for this headless apothecary guy. 5 guys. The Penitent Engine kills a whole bunch. Retributor squad, did it accomplish anything?
Killed the land speeder.
Killed the land speeder, yeah.
And the Exorcist killed the Contemptor Dreadnought.
Exorcist killed the Dreadnought. And these girls rallied. And so we're on combat with the Penitent Engine. It's really unimpressive. The Penitent Engine wounds Grimaldus like 3 times, but he just keeps getting back up.
6 times.
6 times, sorry.
Like, I don't care.
The guy just keeps making his leadership tests. And then it blows up when the Power Fist whacks it, and it kills the guy. At least the Ravenwing accomplished something. They blow up that Vindicator. So at the end of Assault, Vindicator's dead.
May it rest in peace.
And these guys are consolidating in here. And that's it for Assault phase. All right, so movement. This squad comes right up next to the building. The Terminators are up against the wall there. Vindicator drives forward. Rhino moves, Razorback, whatever, moves forward. These guys get right behind it.
It didn't move at all.
It didn't move at all. Oh, they just get behind it. That guy crawls to the top of the building. And this moved and did its running thing, so it's just there. And, all right, so these guys aren't going to shoot?
I'm just going to charge you.
All right, shooting is done. Exorcist got immobilized by the Vindicator. Seraphim just get blown to pieces. A couple of these girls die, and the 2 bikers die, so the Ravenwind is down. And we're on to the assaults, which kind of know what's going to happen. This squad here is going to assault, and those Termies might assault. Assault phase is over. We've knocked this tower down twice. Assault phase is over. These guys killed the attack squad, and the other ones killed the 4 girls. Termies mishap. They end up in that back corner there. And we're on to Sisters movement. They got 2 faith points. Absolute. It's a all or nothing situation. So the girls jump off, splat on the ground. But this one has faith in the Emperor and survives. We took the top of the tower off because he keeps falling over. He broke away from the squad in the movement, so he lands. He rolls his invul save. He's good. So they land. They're going to try to do something. It is not going well for the Sisters. The Termies here, which are infantry, were in base contact for a full turn, so they got their 3 points for the primary objective. The sisters held on a combat here, and so they killed the apothecary, right? They killed the apothecary, so they don't have feel no pain anymore. And librarian died in the Overwatch, and it was pretty pathetic. So
and his plasma squad, two of them overheated.
Yeah, lots of overheating on the plasma. So it was pretty bad on the shooting. I don't remember if I covered that, but yeah, plasma squad. They all rolled ones. They killed some Terminators, but it wasn't very effective. All right, movement's done. Terminators are coming up here on the Archconfessor. It's probably gonna be a bad day for him. They can't fail their charge, and he can't kill them on the Overwatch. Those guys got out of the Land Raider, but it's not an assault vehicle, so because it's Black Templar. So they're just standing there. The non-assault Land Raider's going to blow up this Predator, though. These guys move forward. Those guys are hiding behind barrels. That guy's standing on top of a building. All right,
we're done with movement.
assault phase has gone real. You can't move him again.
I'm going to do it anyways.
You can't move him again. All right, end of the assault phase. There's one Retributor here with a heavy bolter that survived jumping off the building. The girl squad's dead. It looks pretty much like the sisters are going to die, but I'm playing this to the end, and we're on round 4, so the end's coming real soon anyways. All right, and it is on to sisters round 4. Pathetic sisters end of round. Plasma guy kills a Termi. The Predator doesn't do anything. It's sort of laughable at this point. Death Cult Assassins Crusaders come pouring out of the building. And the Retributor misses the Terminator at point-blank range. So it is on to round 5, probably the end of the game. The sisters are about to be wiped. All right, so top of round 5 at the end of the sisters' death match. That Retributor remains standing, but is now just got shot and survives, and then the Terminator charges.
It's about to be Terminator-fisted.
Death Cult Assassins Crusaders, a couple of them die, they start running, and then they get charged, but they don't break. Predator, which got hit multiple times, remarkably keeps saving with its cover save, and the only person who's not engaged in combat is this one lone plasma guy, because the squad charges the Predator. And, I forget, my line-breaking Deathwing. They're looking at flowers over there. Yeah, it's a sad end for the sisters. This is why we hate Black Templar and don't allow them to be our allies, anything other than desperate allies. Yeah, you can't consolidate into a building. So Grimaldus and that squad, they killed the Death Cult Assassins. It's unbelievable number of saves with all those 2 up. That guy moves there, and we're down to 1 plasma boy and the guy's in the corner. And we're just playing this for the end of the round because, I've lost. The plasma guys, it's his turn. This is why, really, they hate Black Templar for some reason. I think we explained it. They're all dead. This guy with the plasma kills one Marine standing right next to him. The rest of them just duck onto the ground. Those guys stand in the back corner because they're line breaking for 1 point. And it's the end of game round 5. And does the game end? Look at that, it's a 2! The game ended.